Hey guys, so I was watching the show today, and one of the topics that came up in the show was, have you ever been forced to do something sexually that you may not have wanted to do but did anyway? Not like forced as in rape, but like just felt so uncomfortable with saying no in this particular climate or environment that you just went along with things. Um, so the whole scenario was this girl wrote a story about a guy, and it wasn't one guy in particular. Like the male character, was based off of the guys that she's encountered. But she said that she felt pressured to have sex with him, and it wasn't like a you're gonna have sex with me or X, Y, and Z. It was more like a he was being persistent but didn't realize how persistent and uncomfortable he was making her. In the story, she kept saying, I just want to go to bed. I'm tired. I want to do this, that, and third. I want to go to sleep. And the guy just wouldn't leave the house. So she took it upon herself to sleep with him. And she regretted it afterwards. So I got to thinking, like, have I ever felt pressured to, do something sexual that I was uncomfortable with? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes, and it's more so because I felt like in that moment, not that me saying no would have ended in something negative or horrible for me, but I just probably felt like in that moment, let's just do this and get it over with so you can leave me alone. And that's probably not the it's probably not the response that I should have taken, but it is the response that I've taken, and I can't say that I regret it. I know, like, when I have had those moments, like, I've had a lot of those moments while I've been in relationships with people. Moments where you just don't feel like having sex and your partner is just very persistent, and you've said no, but they took it as a joke, and it's just, for me, it just came to the point where it's just like, all right, fine, let's do this so I can get back to doing what I was doing, or let's do this so I can go to sleep because this is what you want. It was a lot of me putting their needs before my own, and it was a lot of me not necessarily standing my ground where it comes to being assertive and confident in my no. Like I've said, I've never been like full on forced to do something that I didn't want to do, and everything that I've done I take my own accountability for. But have I felt pressured into doing something? Yes, and it sucks. I honestly, like, outside of those moments, it's probably not something that I've thought about. Like, honestly, I didn't even think about it until the scenario came up. Until the scenario came up in the show, and it got me to thinking, like, have I ever been put into that position? And I have. And it sucks that a lot of it came from being in relationships with people, because when you're in a relationship, that's where you're supposed to feel safe. You're with somebody who's supposed to make you safe and not make you feel that type of pressure and make you feel that type of uncomfortable. But I have been in those situations, and I know a million other people have. So I guess my question is, have you ever felt pressured to say yes, felt like you've been forced or coerced to say yes to something that you otherwise would have said no to, specifically sexually? And if so, how have you dealt with it? Have you dealt with it? Did you find someone to talk to? Did you talk to that person about it? Is it something that you reflected on? Like I've said, I've never been put into a situation where I could have been physically hurt, but feeling like I have to say yes to this person. It does something to you mentally. It does something to you mentally, and then, like, I realize a lot of people, they don't get that chance or that opportunity to say no or to stop this person. And it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to it's a lot to get into. But I just wonder how you guys feel. Um, Thanks for listening. I hope you guys got it. Sing with me, lel.blogspot.com. Like, comment, share, be happy, be merry.